Yeah.
Ryugism actually had gone like, changed like
Tao Kaka bang, yeah.
Kaka and bang, it was crazy. Anyways, so we are back over here with our first match of Boston Blue beat New England Online, with again Kurensik and DGF. I am super stoked to see how this is gonna start up. I'm willing to bet this is literally just DGF backs up and then Kurensik just mashes 5B.
I mean, there's a lot of good reasons to hit Susan 5B at round start.
Yeah,
that button's kind of hard to deal with for a lot of characters.
Yeah, I'm well aware. You hit me with it a lot.
Don't tell anyone I have a Susan. It's a secret.
Well, it's an open secret at this point.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Round start, both players opting to back up.
Yeah, pretty respectful start right there.
Ooh.
Good to see.
Taking the stock, so now Kurensik has DP available to them, but getting anti-air with that excellent Terumi 6A.
Yeah, DP is pretty good in this matchup, I would say, because Terumi loves to run away with momentum, but Susan DP hits a really great range, and I think it's very good to force Terumi to kind of back up and hesitate on offense.
And they're, okay.
Unless you just decide to bait it out and just walk up and barrier?
Probably a smart time to use Burst, I think. Saving yourself from the big punishes. Ooh, catches with an Air 6B, and it resets into grab, though.
Okay. Going into a basic combo here. Going to unlock God Press. Oh, goodness.
Hey, God Press Rapid does a lot of damage right now, but getting tagged in neutral by Terumi.
I'm actually kind of shocked right now. Okay, that's the first usage of meter DGF has gone for. I feel like there were a couple of opportunities to spend meter, but actually going to super.
Yeah, I think he's dead here.
You know what? Actually,
Susan help.
I feel like I'm literally just being proven wrong. Like while I'm watching him, while he just spends the 100 meter at that time and just secures the kill.
DGF being very respectful of the DP. I think he baited it on all 3 wake ups there and managed to still get his pressure going.
Yeah, he's been playing relatively calmly so far right here. Nothing like really kinetic and crazy right now.
Ooh, resets him for no teching. Gotta watch out for that.
Got a lot of meter to work with, 100 meter already. Don't think he's going to spend super yet, but he has a lot to play with here, especially with OD on the table.
Kurensik does have burst, so as long as DGF doesn't pop OD, he's not dead, but next hit does kill.
Oh, for sure. Ooh, gets the first hit. Ooh, resets into overhead, pops overdrive, and this should be the kill. Goes into super, yup, and he will take the first game.
His first game with a perfect. That's looking pretty clean from DGF. Kurensik got a couple of good hits in round 1, but I feel like once he DGF ran his offense, Kurensik got a little bit panicky, and then DGF was able to take advantage of that really well. So if we see some adjustments like that, I do think the next round could go very different.
Yeah, I think definitely a good part of that is also just the way how maybe Kurensik isn't used to dealing with certain styles in neutral, because I feel like DGF got a lot of opportunities to just straight up run in and just start his offense. And while Susan's buttons may be slow, they do cover a great range, especially ranges that Terumi likes to be at. I know, of course, like, you know...
Be at...
Stop, please. The point being that a Susanoo 5B and 5C and 6B especially cover some really great ranges in order to prevent Terumi from running in. Although we did see a bit of, like, you know, JD usage, which I think covers a pretty good angle, especially given that Susan 2C takes a while to get its invuln.
Terumi JD is a pretty strong option. It's kind of slow, but it does cover a lot more space than a lot of other characters can easily in the air.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if he tries to bully his way in with that a bit more. We didn't see... He definitely opted to use it a couple times, but seems to be really balancing and keeping his approaches on a nice rotation.
I feel like we saw him use the JDs more, as like when he backed up, he would use JD to cover his own retreat, which I think is pretty strong.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good idea there, generally speaking. Especially on barrier, you just get pushed out super far, and it's just like, alright, whatever.
Alright, Kurensik checking with 5A round start, not really catching anything. It tries to go for the 5B, but DGF jumps over and hits that JD, just like we were talking about.
Yeah. Resets with 6B, and here we go. RC. Yeah, ooh, does it a little bit early to catch people going. A lot of Terumis like to RC on the last hit of 6C, so doing that early will definitely catch people off guard. And Kurensik going for the DP unlock again, which is still very good in this matchup, in my opinion.
Blocking Terumi, great jump out, starting his own turn from Kurensik, getting him to block the 6B, mashing him, keeping him in pressure, getting anti-aired out of the reset, but no confirm until the reset from DGF.
Ooh, wants to pop the super. This makes a lot of sense. This is good corner carry in general. Oh, it's a little awkward. Oh, wow, what kind of confirm was that? They just confirmed with 5A off of the JC.
Yeah, that was really impressive. But he doesn't quite get a kill off of it, but I mean, he still takes the round cleanly with the perfect.
If you take the round, you take the round, especially with the perfect.
Kurensik almost with his OD back, so he's not quite out of it. He will definitely get it back this round. But DGF sitting at full OD, which is very scary for Terumi, because it basically gives him 100 meter if he can get it confirmed.
Yeah, and it definitely makes Susan's OD, I think, a little bit less of a comeback factor in just the pure sense of being able to lock him out of something and just blow him up and keep it as like a one-touch game.
Yeah, I think DGF doing really good on defense, but ooh, good mash from Kurensik, but get their overhead blocked, and now DGF's going to punish that.
Yep, we're going to get some really good corner carry here. What's the mix-up? Starting up. Oh, catches the delay tech once again. Opts to jump in the air, respects the OD, but still just clicks JC right afterwards. Kurensik, not really great seals for this situation. Has sword.
DGF popping super, I'm guessing mostly to run down the timer on OD, honestly.
I think so. That's a pretty good idea right there. Has OD himself to just blow up whatever Kurensik decides to opt with, but just opting to just sit in a bear. Ooh, great throw tech there.
Good reaction from DGF. Kurensik opting to keep his pressure very safe.
Oh my goodness, that 4D!
Counter assaulting out. Ooh, catches him air to air.
Ooh.
Gets it confirmed. Smacks him on the ground.
Think he
Doesn't commit to anything in OD, but gets reversal supered. That's going to be it. DGF takes it 2-0.
That was tragic. I think Kurensik was a bit nervous about it. We saw the barrier flash right before the DP even came out, but just didn't commit to it.
Yeah, I think they saw the OD pop and they were like, I think I'm going to take the risk here and hit a button. And sometimes when you take the risk, it just does not pan out.
Yeah, so it goes. Susan definitely has a lot of health to work with, but when it's Terumi and OD, that's not always the case necessarily.
Yeah, Terumi and OD can be very scary because he also gets like a lot of damage there, and I know DGF particularly is.
Of course, most of the time you want to consider, start at layer 0, move up as needed. But I'm really curious to see if both players will end up jumping up like a layer or 2, depending on how some of these round starts pan out. At least the first round, especially.
Yeah, I think it'll be very interesting to see. And I feel like neutral here is like maybe a little Susanoo favorite. I feel like it's a lot easier for him to get stuff off of his pokes.
I think it depends on the seals, because Terumi has a lot of speed and mobility to work with in order to contest certain options, and 6A is a really great anti-air, and he has a couple of things to blow up certain attempts if he calls it out.
I guess it depends on who really has to approach. None of these characters really guess anything just by going or without going in.
Yeah, and looks like we got a pretty defensive round start here. DGF gets the first hit, but doesn't end up making much of it, even though on that counter JD, ooh, calling out with the stagger 2As right here.
Trying to backdash on Wake Up, doesn't get anything, but doesn't give DGF too much here. DGF with a lot of meter, but not really a lot of Susanoo's health missing.
And once again, I think that's just an option that DGF likes to go for, honestly, and are seeing a little early on that 6C right here.
And then doing the walk-up grab, that was kind of filthy.
Yeah, that was strong. Ooh, +2, you gotta hold that.
I don't think you get much of that OD, but if any hit here lets Susan get pretty good confirmed.
Unless you get the OD coming in from Terumi with 100 meter, this might even kill out.
I'm pretty sure this will, as long as DGF doesn't drop it.
Let's see. Stomp.
Susanoo's got a lot of health, but I don't think he's got this much.
And he got plenty of meter to work with on the side of Tourney.
All 100, so he gets the special ender too. Yep, and then Uzumaki's dead. DGF gets a perfect round 1.
That was 6K straight up. That was literally like 4 neutral exchanges and then just DGF running it.
Yeah, ODing through the overhead is really strong because Terumi doesn't really need like specific counter hits or anything to get his game plan going. Once he has meter, he just gets to do big damage on everything.
Yeah, especially in the corner where you can utilize pretty much most of your tools in order to like start a combo and make something happen.
Uzumaki keeps trying to mash out on this offense, almost gets the trade, but it doesn't work out favorably for him. Opts to burst out, gets level 2 tackle. Doesn't do too much. Once you get level 3, though, you can start using it for confirms.
Yeah. I will say level 2 tackle is at least decent in certain neutral exchanges if you want to like combo off a straight hit, but it's really not that much damage.
And we're not playing a lot of neutral right now because DGF is running this offense.
Jeez, 6C? Doesn't even decide to do it. Kills the next hit, so might as well.
Oh, it gets the 2A mash, and that... Oh! Drops it, I spoke. He didn't even give me a chance to curse him, but he wins the round anyway. DGF losing only a smidgen of health between the 2 rounds. This looks pretty convincing for him. I hope Uzumaki can adapt.
Yeah, did you see that the little thing that DGF did? Uzumaki decided to barrier and opt for 3C, which is, I think, a really good call-out tool in a couple of situations. And DGF recognized that and immediately went for J2D in order to hop over it and still continue his offense. That was kind of crazy.
I thought that was good. They also did the same thing to call out Susanoo 2A. Susanoo 5A is kind of an 8-frame button, so a lot of them opt not to mash it. So he did the low crush move to hit him for it, and he didn't quite get the confirm off of it, but then he got the next one with the 3C that you were talking about. So.
I think doing something like that definitely is kind of a signal if I'm on defense that, whoa, this guy's watching out for my options and he's selecting certain things that are relatively risky. Like you said, if Susanoo opts to 5A, that's not bad for him at all. He can get a pretty decent confirm, at least pop a seal off of that.
Yeah, Susanoo 5A is pretty good too. It's very safe, even though it has a slow startup. It only has 6 frames of recovery.
Oh, wow.
So it's actually safer to mash if it's going to whiff than 2A, and it doesn't auto-cancel into itself, which is a blessing and a curse, because it does stop you from just like whiffing it out in the air a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But it does mean that you can't whiff it out in the air a bunch of times to catch your opponent.
You don't accidentally mash 5A to check and all that.
Yeah, exactly. You just, and it's also +3, so even if your opponent blocks it, it's a very, very good situation for you.
All right, I'm expecting another rather calm neutral start. I think if I'm Uzumaki, I want to still get a little bit more information and try to run my game immediately.
5A to try and catch. Ooh, and he gets a 5A, and here we are. Seals unlocked. Got wheel level 1.
Pretty good unlock to get at the jump. Definitely another mix-up option, and helps him confirm with a certain air hits.
Uzumaki playing pretty safe on defense, which is interesting, because DGF does not have the meter for any real reversals right now. I guess the OD through the overhead last time scared him.
I think he's a little shook from
Ooh, great anti-air, though.
Yeah, I think at this point, DGF might... I think Uzumaki's recognizing that DGF wants to play relatively defensively, and I think he wants to opt to use his buttons in order to challenge approaches like that, with the 5B on the dash-up right there.
Uzumaki trying to keep his offense really safe. Oh, as soon as he goes for that overhead, DGF is ready.
Yep, switches sides. Oh, right, in OD.
Still switches sides, resets. That was dirty. I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
I have no idea, but that was saucy nonetheless.
It's kind of filthy.
Yeah.
If he didn't do it on purpose, maybe he should in the future.
I guess so, yeah.
ODing on Wake Up here doing the DP, and then this is going to hurt.
Gets called out for it. Fatal counter on the 6C.
Could he die from this?
I don't
think so. Maybe not without OD?
Nah,
it doesn't look like it.
Requires OD for that. Oh, again, opted for that J2D right there.
Catches him jumping out. Ooh, this is big, because now he's one hit from death.
Level 3 tackle. Oh,
Drops and gets Air Masenga. That's a really hard option to deal with for Susanoo.
Yeah, I'd imagine. 2C's head invuln is not nearly fast enough to contest with that on reaction.
Yeah. I think 2C is like frame 10, and Masenga's in the air is like, what, 5 frames?
I don't know. It's extremely fast. You would have to basically do it preemptively, and even then, if it whiffs, that's...
Ooh, great 5B counter poke from Uzumaki, really stopping DGF's run-up. Gets DP, actually hits with the overhead.
Oh, 6C, no overdrive this time.
TRM. And we got some seals to work with. Doing a nice route here, and DGF almost dead.
Grand Viper and Wheel Unlock. Next hit easily kills.
Going for safe pressure.
Ooh, Grand Viper RC?
Grand Viper RC gets his pressure going. DGF not falling for it, though.
Yeah, I think he wanted to go for the instant overhead right there, but DGF still blocking well. Ooh.
Trades with the J2D. That was interesting.
I think he threw out JA. I'm not entirely sure there.
Ooh, getting tagged by the last of the 60. Bursting out. That means that Uzumaki is not going to get that resource back this round and isn't going to get it for quite a bit if he manages to make it to the next round, which it looks like he will with that stray 5A hit.
Yeah, honestly, I was going to say I'm not sure if I agree with that burst, but considering the fact that it's possibly last game, last round right there, I can't really fault him for going for that burst there.
I can understand why you would want to, but yeah, I think if you can avoid using that, it's usually better.
Yeah.
Really conditioning DGF to respect this 3C, which is interesting. Oh, that had
so,
to be OD.
That is really not great for DGF, but that's so good for Uzumaki.
That really evens it up. Both of these characters are very unlikely to get their burst back this round unless it goes for a long time.
However, Uzumaki still has the chance to pop active flow, which is really big because it means that he can possibly win in like maybe about half or even less of a neutral, like one less neutral exchange entirely.
That's true, and Uzumaki does have DP and 50 meter to actually rapid it.
Oh,
I think DGF tried to do a barrier dash cancel and just got guard crushed, unfortunately. But that's going to be a big deal for Uzumaki.
Ooh, awkward run there. I think he wanted to seal the deal on the reset there with the 6C to catch a roll, but it just didn't work out very well.
Ooh, great 2B counter mash, but wasn't ready for the confirm, unfortunately. Yep. Still run up and get his turn started. Doing these overheads.
6C a lot. I can't blame him, especially when it works and went awkward confirm. Yep. Oh, that's such a good 5B.
Wheel is actually really hard for a lot of characters to deal with. I think one of the things that's kind of tricky about it is it's visually on the screen for so much longer than it's actually active. So if you see it, you can actually hit a button if you didn't block it, and he can't hit anything in time.
Yeah.
But you'll see it, and you're like, oh, I don't want to stick my hitbox into that, and you kind of just have to.
Yeah. The other part of that also makes it difficult, and I feel like discourages approaches, is because if you get hit by the pillar, he's plus.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things that you got to watch out for. If you block the body part itself, you are actually plus, so you can start your own turn, or you usually even punish him.
Yeah, straight up. If I remember correctly, that's generally how a way to deal with Wheel. Perhaps if you think they're going to use it to just run up and barrier break, which I think is a pretty good option, especially given Terumi's run speed.
Yeah. Anyway, we're on round 3 here. 1-1 for both players.
Yes.
Uzumaki making some good adjustments last time, and maybe is he getting the read on DGF, or is DGF going to be able to adapt back and clean it up?
I'm not entirely sure. I felt like DGF was on the back foot for the last round especially.
Yeah, I feel like Uzumaki's been doing a good job kind of covering neutral a little bit better. I think maybe he might be figuring out Terumi.
Definitely a lot more confident with that round start there. Neutral jump JB, I believe. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, good 2B, blocks the overhead, and didn't quite get a punish, but does catch Uzumaki low there.
Yeah, does get orb, which isn't the greatest seal, but a really, really good way to end pressure safely, because you can push out people with orb, especially if they opt to use barrier.
Uzumaki using OD to get access to DP out of that setup, and then unlocking DP.
Ooh, wow, really patient there. I'm so shocked that he didn't get impatient to pop the JC on the way down.
Good blocks from Uzumaki. Counter assaults out. He's like, I don't want to deal with this.
Ooh, gets this.
Shoots him.
Oh, he got wheel off of that too, which is really good right there.
Yeah, wheel is a really scary option, especially because DGF does not have his OD again.
Ooh. It was a regular block on the 236A, so Susanoo's not necessarily that minus, actually. Off of
Catches him with the neutral jump JB. This isn't going to kill, but it is going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, next hit kill straight up. And are we going to see a reset?
Oh!
That
was kind of dirty.
That was dirty.
I got hit. I got hit twice. That was so good.
I got hit, I got mad, put down the controller, and said, actually, I understand.
DGF mad too. He's starting his pressure right away. He's like, block this, hold it. We trading.
At this point, I think DGF is saying, you know what? I need to start my offense. I do not want to deal with whatever Uzumaki has on deck. And that's working out pretty damn well.
Keeping Uzumaki in the corner, kind of blowing him. Uzumaki opting to burst. Not going to get active flow this round, so he can't get it back. But I can understand wanting to get out of that pressure string. He doesn't have the resources to do counter assault or DP unlock.
Ooh, that run and throw was risky. Wow. JC hitbox.
Oh, gets caught backdashing with the Terumi 6C, and then RCs it to get him to the corner.
Terumi in active flow, 50 meter. Maybe not going to kill quite yet, but next hit definitely does. Ooh, gets the reset off of the 214B, if I remember correctly, and manages to close it out with super.
Convincing looking round from DGF, and has a big OD lead now because Uzumaki isn't going to have his for quite a little bit in this round.
Yeah, that was a crazy pace change from DGF, but Uzumaki's still sticking to that forward jump JB. OD's again on the 6C. At this point, we've seen this like 3 times already.
DGF getting a lot of meter here, sitting with 93 meter and getting active flow, so he's pretty much guaranteed to get OD back. Ooh. Rolling out of the 2D, but not getting anything out of it, unfortunately. DGF still gets to start his turn and catches him low, presumably trying to jump out.
Probably, yeah. Ooh, burst already back for Uzumaki. Has a lot of health to work with, given that Susanoo has about, what is it, 12k?
12.5 actually is the second most after Taker.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Catches him with a raw 6B, resets with the overhead. Maybe it could pop OD here to kill, but I don't think he can at this point.
Nah, not like he went into Grand Viper here. Wants to make it on the next knockdown.
Yeah.
Oh, counter super!
This is gonna hurt.
Gets the RC there. Oh my goodness. With OD on the deck?
OD. Oh, is this man dead?
With the loop?
No way.
No, he's not dead. He's not dead. No.
Okay.
Oh, reset overhead. No!
And DGF takes it, and actually a kind of a nail biter. After that first round, I was like, oh, DGF's got this free, but they really went down to last touch there, huh?
Oh my goodness. That's so rough. You hate to see it, especially when they pop overdrive, so then you just notice that Uzumaki still had OD available. But DGF DGF with really great awareness, popping the OD immediately to seal that away.
Yeah, I think that was really good. I think he wasn't ready for DGF to, he did the 5A, and then he reset into the overhead.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What a match.
And it looks like next up, we're going to Carl in my games. Boo. Carl's in someone else's games.
Hey! So we've seen the Amane so far. Did we see the Terumi earlier?
We saw Amane, we saw Izuyoi, and now we're finally seeing Carl.
We've seen 3 characters already in 3 games, actually, now that I think about it.
And we've seen every Gyuken game on stream because he keeps on staying in winners, and that's what we're streaming.
If you keep on winning, yeah, you might as well pop up on screen. Jeez. So I'm curious to see what ends up happening here. Yeah, so we got Tourney versus Carl. Obviously, if Terumi gets in the blender, it's a rough time.
It's scary, but Carl gets to get the neutral run down, putting him in the corner already, bursting. Yeah. That's too scary. With no other resources available to you, Carl just gets to run it.
Yeah, you do not want to deal with the momentum shift there. I think DGF's trying to stay planted in front of Nirvana just to make sure that A, he doesn't get sandwiched, and B, he gets the opportunity to hit Nirvana with whatever he does.
The hit grab!
Yeah, so Con Anima is actually a really great move because it's, if I remember correctly, it's head, body, and foot guard point. So you tend to use it if you think that people are going to opt to beat up Nirvana or try to navigate around.
I'm going to take one moment to talk about that OD there because Sis was dead. So Gyuken mostly just popping that to get his sister online so he can run this mix-up. And is that the unblockable? I don't know.
50-50.
50-50. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. He opted to use the air dash in order to get the, I think, the double overhead there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Convincing first round from Gyuken.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna start it out, get Sis going, getting a good catch early. Gonna put DGF into the corner, it looks like.
Ooh, time to see some 50-50s and unblockable.
And some damage. Oh, the mix-up is grab.
Oh my goodness. When you're used to the high-low, you opt to throw straight up. Ooh, that was like triple overhead right there. Oh my gosh.
DGF just standing up. He's like, you're not going to go low. But this time he does.
Oh, goodness gracious. That low was crazy. Yep, once again, opting to stay planted in front of Nirvana to try to punish.
Carl only combos. Sis coming in for the last hit, though. Kill stealing Carl for round 1.
Kill secured for Nirvana.
Looking pretty pretty good, though. Carl is a scary character.
Yeah, it is rough. I feel like, honestly, each time with like the game, with the round starts there, it was DGF backing up and respecting Carl's buttons.
And Carl going, sis, get in there.
Going like, oh, you're giving me screen positioning?
Go,
Cool.
my sister.
Just
Hold
like,
down the neutral.
Hold down the neutral, please. But yeah, the Confuocos there especially were very strong. I'm interested to see how DGF might want to handle it, because Confuoco can be low profiled by certain buttons. I'm not sure if Terumi 3C is in particular.
I don't think
low
so.
profile.
Terumi actually is... So I play this matchup against Spooky a lot, and he always complains because Terumi doesn't have a good low profile for any of Tsubaki's buttons. So
Yeah.
I'm going to imagine that he probably doesn't have one for Confuoco.
Yeah, that on top... Ooh, Hazama switched?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, I wonder if we're going to see him switch to Hazama, because after that last round, I wouldn't want to play Terumi in that matchup again either.
I would want to switch off, and I think Hazama's especially good because you get to just pretty much dodge Carl in neutral, and either A, wait for a situation that's favorable, or B, you wait up on stocks while Carl probably just ends up using up a bunch of doll meter.
Hazama able to play a lot more defensively in this neutral situation, maneuvering around Doll, making Carl spend resources without actually having to give up too much himself. Definitely a better neutral position than Terumi, I would imagine.
Yeah, so one thing I'm very curious about is to see how crazily, maybe not necessarily how crazy, I'm curious to see how Jukin deals with DGF, especially when stocks are gone.
I'm interested to see how DGF plays Hazama, because I've never seen this Hazama.
Ooh, apparently he's going to get caught up straight up, and we're going to see a similar sight, the blender's beginning.
Or in the corner, gets caught low, just punches him in the face, and then punches him in the face, but bursts Jukin into the corner. Jukin trying to roll out.
Almost got hit by the Brio right there, yep, and Carl said, oh, okay, bet, I'm just going to charge up on doll meter right there. Oh, that's actually a very strong option from Hazama, because he can just special cancel into stance, actually, and not spend the stock on the A follow-up.
Interesting. I did not know that. Ooh,
Yeah.
getting the grab reset, but getting teched into the corner, flying out, smacking Carl, no confirm, unfortunately.
Yeah, so...
Ooh, great pickup. Wow, that was really cool.
Ooh, good micro dash on the 5B, and we're going straight to the corner. Yep, J-Majin.
All right, let's see. Counter assaults him out. Carl's dangerous defense not quite coming in, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, goodness, that was very, very close.
Good dodge.
Ooh.
Almost getting sandwiched, but reverse air button knocks him back into it.
Yep, gets hit with the Allegretto's reverse hitbox. Okay. Going straight to the air. Time for some mix-ups.
Hitting with the
Sandwich
overhead.
situation.
This looks like death.
Oh,
And
boy.
no curses today. I know you've been labbing Hazama this week, so you know more about this character than I do now.
In some respects, I'm honestly, I got washed. But there's a couple of situations that I think are understandable that I think I can at least guess at what.
Ooh, just smacking him out of the air. No chains for you, buddy.
It's caught up there. And there's the Vivace. So Vivace doll move is actually a really strong Oki option because either A, you catch a roll, or B, you end up going to cross up and then hit somebody on the way. Especially with like Vivace 2D because it locks down so well.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a really powerful option, but getting tagged by Ball, and now you're going to be hit by Carl. Sis dead, though. There's no more sister going on here. But Carl does have the OD, but doesn't get the Carl only confirmed.
Jukin solo Carl is also nothing to scoff at. Oh, that was such a smart Vivace involved through the chain. He's building up this doll meter so cleanly, and oh my goodness.
Get put in the corner, jumping out. That's good. Tries to go for command grab there.
I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, pops the burst.
And then Sis gets you.
Yep.
Bursts you right into Sister's arms. And there we go. Jukin takes it 2-0. That means that he is going to be the first person in top 8 fighting for the $300.
Yep, and our first out-of-stater to make it out of pools, straight up.
I mean, the first person to make it out of pools, period.
Sorry, let me clarify. First person to make it out of pools and an out-of-stater to boot.
As DGF, however, will have his chance to make it out on loser's side. Let's take a look at what the bracket looks like. We still got to run Photon versus Orgar. And so I just say 13 now.
See, we're like mirror images because I get the numbers mixed up all the time.
Oh, well. See, the robots that are similar playstyle-wise are 11 and 13, and they're Lambda and Mu or Nu. I think it's... Is it?
What are you even talking about? It's just LMN. You know, Greek alphabet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But that doesn't... I don't speak Greek.
Why am I even talking about Greek?
What?
Okay.
All right. Listen, let's talk about what's really going on here. This color aesthetic. We got matching colors with the background for both players.
I thought you were going to talk about the match. Okay, round start, we're going to see Terumi dashing in, which makes a lot of sense in this setting. Orgar getting caught out, actually, by the 5B, I believe, or was that 5C?
I like that Terumi walk forward, then jump to bait the sword.
Yeah.
That's a good option. I should start doing that.
But yeah, in general, I think Terumi's run speed and just his general neutral tools are going to be really, really exciting to see. I do believe that Gravity Well usage is also going to be really important here in order to shut Terumi down.
That's true.
Some approaches. Obviously,
Terumi, both characters with 50 meter now, which means Masenga on the table.
Oh, sets the Gravity Well right in front of him and then just opts to back off and just waits for DGF to come into contact with it. And once again, yeah.
Oh, there's the Masenga that we were talking about.
Oh, try to bait the burst. Do you want to keep a Masenga counter?
Oh, counter assault's out, but Terumi already at 35 meter again.
And already dashing up through the Gravity Well.
ODing through sword, but
gets called out anyway with a low. Gets called out again.
50 meter back on deck. Are we going to see Masenga too?
Ooh, every time he jumps up, I keep getting nervous. I think Beauregard is very much so aware of it and decides to kind of back off and use a little bit less of News Drive.
Yeah, I think that's a smart choice, but Masenga 2 gets blocked this time. There you go.
Yeah,
Beauregard adapting.
Already, within the first round, mind you. That's a fast adaptation to make.
That was really strong from Beauregard.
Yeah, Aura and DGF definitely showing that they understand the tools each character can use in the matchup, and both of them adapting to each other very quickly.
I think that was good. This is what good Blaze Blue looks like.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, wow. Catches them out for the 3C. Great call out from DGF. Gets to keep going. Carries to the corner. Gets 30 meter.
Ooh, calls out the delay tech.
That's a lot of meter for Terumi. Already is sitting at 50.
Building up even more.
Gets the 50 to confirm the overhead, and this is going to be some damage.
Yeah, keep in mind, even blocked drives still gain great meter for Terumi.
And so, Terumi back at 60 meter already.
Oh my goodness. And given the way how DGF is showing that J2D, I think it's a great way to call out counter assaults from Aura.
I think this is round.
This is round.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be it.
Yeah.
In the steppies, and then kick him in the corner.
Steppies?
Yeah, he's steps on him a bunch.
How many steps do you think he gets in just from stops?
Probably a lot. That's what you just see Terumi in the gym.
just doing stops.
Doing the leg press with one leg at a time.
I'd imagine. But yeah, I also want to highlight, Orc was very patient with burst usage there.
Yeah, I think that was good saving it for this round. They were down by far enough. You definitely don't want to use it in that situation.
Yeah, in other matchups, I have often seen Aura, and News especially, just in general, pop burst like straight up. Meanwhile, Aura's opting to hold on to it for, I guess, a more dire situation in general.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And then 50 meter for Terumi here, just always
already
gets it.
Masenga on deck. Ooh, and there's the burst.
Out there. But yeah, Masenga on deck. Let's see how this changes neutral. It definitely makes it harder for Aura, if nothing else.
Yeah. So, oh my goodness, that command dash was so risky. So one thing that I've noticed a lot. Oh, RC? Nope. Oh, run up. Oh,
what?
That's tragic. I think they tried to start their punish early.
Oh,
and they just got clipped by the last hit.
Unfortunate. DGF, though, has 50 meter if they block, like, 2 more swords.
Ooh, goodness. Good counter assault. Counter assaulted straight into the gravity well, too. RC?
That's actually not good for Aura because it keeps DGF in his face. And I think that is going to be the round here.
Oh, my... What? I did not know that confirm even worked. Oh, gets the meter.
Super. Let's go.
Yup.
Yeah, so when the gravity well is up there, counter assaulting can actually be really rough for 13 because it just kicks you into the gravity well, which is still right there, and then you tech, and then you can they have to work a little bit harder. They don't get to kick you full screen and play neutral again like they would normally.
Okay, I see. That's actually a really interesting point. One thing that I've noticed, also, I just want to highlight with some of the neutral interactions here is the way how DGF deals with gravity well in general. One of the things that I've noticed very commonly is that DGF just runs through gravity well.
Yeah, I think that's honestly, once the gravity well gets placed, if you are good about reacting to it and just continuing to do a movement option, if you commit to something while gravity well gets placed, you'll be out of it by the time that Beauregard has a chance to recover, and so you can kind of just play between her and the gravity well, her being 13.
Yes.
And that makes 13 have to commit more options after placing gravity well and showing different things, and then you can start playing that RPS, which because of the damage is pretty Terumi favored.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I would be interested in seeing is whether or not Aura opts to use Spear Super in order to lock down DGF, and then maybe attempt to use Command Dash left rights, maybe as a way to just lock down DGF, especially when he doesn't have the meter in order to use Masenga.
That can be dangerous if Masenga is up, because I believe you can Masenga that on reaction. DGF getting his turn started early though.
Ooh, great backdash.
DGF trying to call it out but not quite getting it, but does call it the 2A mash, or like, alright, we're bursting.
Yeah.
I'm a zoner, get back to neutral.
Away with you, Snake Man.
Good blocks from DGF here, almost at 50 meter again for the Masenga.
Yep, Masenga is now online.
Let's see.
Gravity well set up. Oh, great overhead. Wow. I think Aura's... Oh, I only got the 5B, I guess.
Good hit. Hard to confirm.
Wow.
It catches with the sword, but it drops the combo, so starts getting smacked. Terumi into the corner with meter going into OD.
think he wants the meter to just go into super.
This actually steals meter from Beauregard, so now he can't counter assault. He's down at 0 meter.
That's so smart, actually. I never even considered that. Gets the damage too, so this is like 1 or 2 touches anyway, especially with active flow on deck.
Really locks down Aura's defensive options. Ooh, great mash.
Yep. Need to call that out. Terumi opting to go for a bit more of the stagger pressure there and just trying to reset a lot. Beauregard recognizing that he needs to challenge at some point in order to get DGF to back off. Sets the gravity well right in front of him. DGF opting to just dash jump over here. DGF's great movement. Ooh, side swaps, but Beauregard putting himself in the corner here, really awkward. If Terumi gets in.
Anti-air on the ground. Big damage for 13.
With super, this is 1 touch from death.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't opt to use overdrive.
Masenga online already again.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was 5D.
Oh, the hit.
G2D. I think we're going to see an OD coming in.
Oh. Gets the burst. Okay, that means Beauregard is not going to have that burst for next round.
Ops OD? Doesn't even Masenga. Literally just walks in and goes with 5D.
Counter assault out. Yeah, you always do Masenga there. Masenga rapid.
But he dropped it.
Because he was so committed to rapiding it. He was ready.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so awkward.
Gets caught by the sword. No, that rapid cost DGF the round.
That's so unfortunate to see, but really great job from Beauregard to keep that mental fortitude to close that round out.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of times you just kind of give up there, and it's hard to come back, but Beauregard managed to do it.
Yeah, and I think one of the big aspects that we're going to see here is that Beauregard does not have burst. And I think that's really, really... I think... in terms of burst advantage, I think Nu not having burst is more important than Tourney.
Ooh, great burst. Neutral jump from DGF.
That's it.
Something worth noting too is that when you both spend your resources like that, the person who wins is the one who's going to have less burst the next round.
Yes.
Good hit from Terumi, going to get a lot of meter back. Looks like probably 50 on deck again after the knockdown here.
I'm not even sure if Aura's going to get the burst meter.
Command grab! And 100 meter doesn't opt
RC.
for rapid. It probably wants to save it for... I mean, Masenga RC looks like a pretty good option here. Gets side swapped, though.
Oh, yeah. This is pretty good for Beauregard. OD on deck, active flow, and got some great meter gain right now. Has low health, so also getting meter
Wake
passively.
up, OD. I thought we were going to see Chain. I'm going to be real.
I'm not even sure. I was expecting
Masenga! Let's go! All right, DGF taking it. That's Masenga number 4?
4, I think, yeah.
All right, DGF on set point to make it out on loser's side.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow. Counter hit 5D.
Oh.
Bursting out of that. Yeah, before
Yeah.
Terumi gets 50 meter, too. Makes neutral a lot easier, but Terumi going to get that 50 meter anyway, just getting beat up.
Yeah, I think that's one of the rougher things for Nu at this matchup, because no matter what, even if you're hitting to... Oh, block Masenga. That's 5.
Yeah, 5. Good defense from Aura there.
Uh-oh.
I love how DGF is playing this neutral, though.
Oh, it's so good.
The footsies game, kind of immaculate.
Oh,
Baits the counter
assault.
assault. That's going to be big. 50 meter for Terumi. Opts not to spend it. Wants to keep it for pressure.
Ooh.
Gets that big 6C hit here.
Got active flow and probably the meter to work with. Next hit is definitely going to kill.
Even getting through the meter cooldown.
Oh.
And that is next hit. DGF takes it.
Just waiting for that last
wanted
hit.
to wait. DGF takes it, making it out. BBBO, Pool A, loser's side. So we are going to see DGF and Jiyukin in top 8. Excellent showing from Beauregard, though. That looked very difficult, and they did an excellent job. But
Yeah.
DGF was just that one extra step ahead.
That was not easy by any means, and that was a really fun and great showing from Beauregard. I just want to say that was really, really fun to see. Unfortunately for New England, only the
Character. He's aware of what they can do.
Yes, I think that's fair to say. But I'm not sure how this matchup ends up playing out, other than Kokonoe just doing set play
I mean,
stuff.
Kokonoe is Kokonoe. Terumi, he's not out. He's got decent mobility, but I would, if I had to put money, Kokonoe gets damage more consistently. I think that, and she has some stronger neutral tools. I think she's got the advantage, but not like anything severe.
Yeah, so I do agree with this being Kokonoe favorite, just based off my understanding of the characters thus far. The players, of course, always tell a different story.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're favorite if you lose. Good defense from ScienceCat. Ooh, getting called grounded 6A.
I think he really wanted to call it like a G2C or something.
Yeah, blocks the two good backdash, catches in the air.
Oh.
Ooh, unfortunate drop.
That was an awkward 3C hit. That was only 3C1. The second hit was 3C whiff. Yep.
Ooh,
Oh,
that teleport was really good. DGF not flinching, though, getting his turn started.
Oh, whiffed the 5C there. Yep, and starting his turn.
Terumi with 50 meter. 75 meter.
Yes.
Ooh,
Shout out to
great
his drive.
wake up teleport. That is only frame 4 involved. It is not a reversal.
Yes.
But yeah, now you gotta hold some mix. What are we gonna see? We're gonna see
Fireball. Nothing crazy. Fireball's
Yeah.
coming down the. Ooh, did not compensate for the DP coming out there from DGF. Oh, swap sides with a J2D there. I didn't know he could do that. Oh, sets up fireball.
Masengo, but that doesn't do too much.
Oh, that was such a good graviton usage. Pulls him in closely to go for the 2B there.
Oh yeah, ScienceCat loves that. That's like one of his special moves.
Yes.
He is really good at controlling the neutral space and forcing you into uncomfortable positions and throwing you into his buttons.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see an ice reset, 8-way mix, and you die.
Block it.
And he's
Nope.
dead.
Oh,
no. Okay,
dust
all right,
anyway.
all right. Yeah. Sometimes when you drop your plus, it's cool.
Yeah, that's what happens. Throw with his plus, as you would say.
Yeah. Throw whiff is plus. That's actually spooky. I can't take credit for that.
Oh man.
Block. Ooh, okay. Good
take
to
credit.
jump out. No, Spooky will be in the chat calling for blood if I take credit for his stuff.
Anyway, oh my goodness, did you just see that literally?
Oh, goes to good
Oh, yeah,
blocks, but use the bomb for the confirm / making it safe, and then went for the second overhead.
Yeah. Oh, that was such a cool graviton usage in order to just push him out.
Yeah, you can use that to make that safe and or confirm it.
Ooh, great JC right there.
ScienceCat doing a really good job controlling space here.
Yeah. Oh, the J2D.
And then
DGF
blocking.
has been
A lot of
RCs.
meters. Yeah, so you got RC there.
So I'm actually very curious about DGF's meter usage because it feels like he wants to save it for sort of like checkmate situations, I guess. Whenever he wants to like hold 100 meter to use for like.
I think he saves 50, but once he gets 100, he's totally fine just spending 50 to win neutral if he can. Ooh, good Masenga.
Wins neutral with 50 meter on that.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta do it.
Yeah, honestly.
That being said, ScienceCat has a really strong reversal astral, so there's a command grab on the table.
I doubt it he's gonna go for the astral.
Yeah, there are some setups that she's got for it. They're pretty rude.
Really?
She's got good mix, and then you give her a 720 command grab that instantly kills you. It gets a little bit better.
You know what? That makes a good point.
Yeah. Also, life lead with 23 seconds on the clock, so ScienceCat can just kind of time it out. Burst on deck, 100 meter.
Ooh, this is close. Okay, yeah, jumps to avoid it. Burst.
Oh,
No.
rapid into OD. Oh, command grab reset.
Yeah,
I think DGF realized they were going to drop that combo and just opted to reset it instead.
yeah, I think ScienceCat does.
I feel like I would just mash OD there because you can't get it. Like you can't get burst, so it just comes out if they try to reset you.
I'm not too sure if I agree with that, but I think that's
The only way they can beat it is by TRMing you.
All right, bomb setup. Ooh, doesn't get the meaty bomb.
Ooh,
Oh,
left, right.
cross up. I think he sets and crosses
Yeah, we
up
get the
again.
I love the side swap wrestler where he just like
Yeah.
hops over him.
So much hits on just like I guess I'll jump over.
Yeah.
2-2-C
Oh,
again.
and ball resets.
Oh
you,
my
you
God.
can't do that. Oh, it doesn't quite get into
Oh,
OD.
I thought that was air throw.
Okay,
Where's
well,
the 3C? Hey, come
huge
to me.
life lead for
Yeah.
ScienceCat going into the first round.
Oh, and the ball was
the
still
ball
there.
got sucked into it in recovery.
Oh my goodness.
ScienceCat holding it down for New England 1-0.
That was so good. I think one of the great things that I liked in that situation was that ScienceCat recognized that they could change up their pace a lot. So there were a lot of times where they would aggress, especially with 3C. There was that like 236A from like max range, which was nuts.
Yeah, they do that sometimes.
Yeah.
It gets it. That's -3 on block with no meter. That's like scary.
Hey man, if you didn't instant block it, hold that.
It's true. I mean, it's -3.
Yes.
So you don't need to instant block it to hold it. But I know what Nick likes to do is he likes to do like the Azrael, where he 236As and they block it, and if they don't IB, he just backdashes, and then when they hit 5A to punish, they whip.
I hate that so much. It's a good option.
It's a good option. It's strong.
Yeah.
Until someone calls it out.
That's all it goes. But yeah, I think they did a really good job of changing between aggressing and defending when they realized that they could just sit back and force DGF to approach.
They definitely did a good job keeping DGF on the back foot, I think.
Yes.
Winner of this also has to fight Adroth.
Oh my goodness. I believe we've seen ScienceCat fighting, bro.
I feel like we must have, but I don't know if we've done it on stream.
Possibly, yeah, probably not. But either way, let's cut that because we have potentially the last game of the set already.
That's true. If DGF can't squeak out a win on this one, he is out of this tournament.
Don't forget, 2 out of 3.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, good neutral jumps over there. Just wants to see what ScienceCat pulls out.
Wheeling in, this is good. Starts their turn here. Yep.
Wow, that's actually really surprising. I know a lot of times ScienceCat opts to pop the graviton there in order to push themselves out.
Yeah, that's only in certain weird situations, but he's pretty flush there.
Oh,
the bomb left, right. Oh, you can't OD through that. Or you can, but not with that timing.
That's a lot of it.
Yeah.
Super. Good extension.
All right. Okay. Wake up 5A. Wasn't ready for it. Shoots him
Pushes
over.
into
Good jump
corner.
from DGF to stop from getting grabbed. Burst.
That was a weird...
I think he wanted to burst him into the corner, and then it just happened to be where the side swap was.
Yeah, that was a bit of an awkward situation. Oh.
There's 3C.
Backs up.
Lightning.
Yep, sets the trap.
Yep. Really doing a good job controlling space without lightning.
Ooh, manages to get good mid-screen positioning. Okay.
All right, let's jumps in, trying to catch DGF jumping, but doesn't get him.
Yeah. And we got the RC coming out. Doesn't matter, you're Terumi, you gain meter.
Oh, yeah,
fast.
and then I think this could... No.
This
Wait.
kills.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right, it does. Hey, I'm not making any guesses. I'm not going to curse DGF. You want to curse a man to lose a tournament? Not me.
No comment. Either way, jumps in straight up with the... Jeez. Ooh, opposite delay tech. So one thing that I've seen DGF do a lot is that he'll just literally do 5A, like 2A, 2A.
Ooh, great
oh,
backdash from ScienceCat for the Obare. Can you do a side swap here? Doesn't I don't think so. No, but he does get to do mid-screen mix now. And that was 3K for a 5A. Chases him down. The OD was too late. He can go into EA there. You got to be careful in OD.
Yeah, gotta respect it. Ooh, wow! I didn't realize that he could get a combo off of the air hit 6B there. Okay.
Wow.
Ooh, gets the wall hit extension. Stop.
This is scary. Not dead, but next touch will be, and that's the next touch. So ScienceCat's got a burst, tries to steal it.
Yeah.
ScienceCat doing a good job holding on to it, but dies with it. But you know, I'd rather die with it than get it stolen.
I'd rather get it stolen. Steal it from me. Fine, I did something.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, okay, let me put it this way: if there's stealing setup, drops the combo.
No. So don't get me wrong. Like, I understand completely. There are a lot of like, I feel like it's a very odd situation where you're like, okay, are you gonna bait this burst or are you just gonna close it out? And I think at higher level play, you see that a lot.
Yeah, I think, like, once you get to, a lot of times in lower level play, you don't see a lot of, like, really strong playing around burst. But at higher levels, we see a lot of burst stealing. We see a lot of, like, mindful, like, quick ODs. DGF particularly has been very good about playing around burst as a resource.
Yes. I think with Terumi's OD in particular, you also have to be very, very mindful of it. Because you gain access to either A, a lot of damage, or B, you might get the chance to sort of cut through neutral in certain respects.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Especially with, like, the 5D range on ODs.
Yeah, that thing is huge. It's 2D too. It's like the whole screen.
Yeah, it's massive. I was like, huh? When I see it. Either way, very curious to see what adjustments they make. I feel like DGF has gone for a lot of pressure that kind of would, in all seriousness, would just lose to a bit more mashing.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see. ScienceCat's been trying to, like, jump out, and DGF's been doing a good job of covering that. So a lot of those situations, like right there, that has to be a jump out in that situation because you don't see any exclamation points or anything.
And there's a lot of 2D usage there. I'm not entirely sure what ScienceCat can use to... Oh, yeah. I'm not entirely sure what ScienceCat can use necessarily to disrespect the J2D there. I'm not really sure because 6C isn't involved for that.
Once it gets meter, it gets a lot scarier. Like, Super Fireball is a really strong reversal. I don't know if DGF knows the punish for Super Fireball.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't be shocked if they do.
Oh, good anti-air.
6A.
Wow.
Doesn't need the meter to confirm. Ooh. We're going back to the corner.
Yep,
RC.
rapiding.
Oh, my goodness.
Going in, use plus.
Oh,
overhead, but no meter to confirm, so the burst actually doesn't do too much there.
Oh, get 6-8 out of... Oh, my goodness. Out of wheel. Okay, this should be death.
Yeah, looking like it.
Oh, pops the OD for it, too. Super.
Definitely dead.
Yeah.
Dead at twice the life total.
Yep.
It was going to be like 6K or something stupid.
5K.
Yeah?
5.2.
Okay, alright, yeah. I don't know Terumi routes.
I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah. I don't know what a factorial is, so you gotta be the numbers guy.
Apparently. And this is 1-1.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is set point for
Oh,
DGF.
yeah, got the Graviton 2D.
Oh,
so
IB, so does get the punish.
Yep.
Oh yeah, goes for that. That's, you gotta respect that. Unfortunately, it's like a really weird move because when it whiffs, it's way safer.
Yeah. RC.
So it's like plus on whiff. It's really weird.
Yeah, I don't believe 2D is a high. Is it an overhead?
The only overhead that Terumi has is the standing one.
In terms of his...
Like if he does his grounded moves, it's just that one, I think 214B?
214? Yeah, 214B. I meant like the J2Ds that he would do.
Oh, the J2Ds are mids.
Yeah, because I just noticed ScienceCat block high, and I was like,
Yeah. That would be gross. That was an instant overhead.
That would be
disgusting.
disgusting.
Yeah. That character would be nasty.
Yeah. Oh, 6E, RC? No. Yeah, he does not.
Oh,
there it
Super
is.
Fireball. Yep. Okay.
Burst is on deck for...
We did see Fireball 2 covering more space.
Yep.
Doesn't quite get to confirm, and they're dead.
Gets
Yeah.
DP, yeah. That DP is so good because it's like 3 frames. It's
Yeah.
It's like one of the fastest DPs.
Yeah, it's like that and Izanami's.
Yeah.
Izanami's got like an insanely fast one as well. We got 2 more snakes to go through.
Are we gonna see snake mirrors?
I mean,
That's-
it's Terumi versus bigger Terumi.
Okay, sorry. I was
Terumi versus Terumi plus suit.
Yes.
He's got the fit.
plus with the
When
fitted.
Terumi
with
shows
the,
up with the fit,
with
he's
the-
a little bit scarier.
with the fitted without the fitted.
Yeah, exactly. You get
So I think either way, this is going to be interesting to see who ends up whoever takes the set, the match versus Icecool is going to be very interesting. I think if Adroth takes a set, then we have
Susan Mirrors.
Yes, which is actually going to be a run back. They ran the Susan Mirrors a while ago during one of the BBO.
Yeah, I think Icecool took that.
I-
It was close.
It was close, but yeah, I remember
I
Icecool
think.
taking that. Yes.
I think they fought more than once. I couldn't say. I couldn't say who'd win it this time, and that's what's more important.
Yes, that's really good. The progression of players is always very.
I gotta say, man, Emmy full of snakes.
Yeah, I swear to God.
It's Snake City.
Snake City.
Drop some snakes in the chat for the boys.
Oh yeah, if you got the DGF has a couple of snake emotes probably. So if you're subbed there, probably drop them now.
Support your boy. Drop the snakes. Drop the right snakes though.
Drop the what's the
Generic
wrong?
snake emoji for Adroth. DGF snake emote for DGF.
Oh, okay, that's fair. So you've already said I literally was like, what do you mean they're both snakes? But you're on another level of thinking.
I'm one layer ahead of you. I baited the DP.
Well, it wasn't really a DP. You just counterpoked me.
I like the McDonald's Terumi. It's not quite McDonald's, but it's close.
I mean, it's more like a.
Ooh, just round start runs up.
It's more like a flaming hot Cheetos to me.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I
Flaming Hot
agree.
Cheetos. Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Versus purple drank Adroth.
Adroth Susan. Goodness. Anyway, so this is just DGF running offense. Like there's not much.
Ooh,
Wow.
yeah, that's gross.
Yes.
I always get hit by that. So
I don't know how
really
much
got
he's shown that option anyway. Like just in
100
general.
meter. He's got it.
Oh, this-
Oh yeah, he's just dead.
Yeah.
Right into the. He was so confident about that because you can't hit confirm that like that. He just
Yeah,
did
he
it.
just
He was
canceled
like,
it.
"You're not blocking this overhead."
He's like, yeah, you're dead. I just was like,
He's like, "Yeah, we're
bonk.
done." Yeah. Adroth is still at the beginning of the round. He's
That
like,
was,
huh?
that was round one, and I feel like that's a really good example of the matchup and how it can go. Because if one character gets like crazy momentum, it could end very quickly. Like Terumi chunked out Susan's health. Oh my goodness!
Deep run up grab, but DGF was ready.
Yeah. Just walks back. Oh,
5B. Walk back 5B, man. That's this character.
It's
walk back 5B.
walk back
strong.
5B.
It's kind of nice.
It's kind of good. I'm mad about walk back 5B, but it's such a good option for Susanoo, I feel like. Yep. Just standard pressure right here. Oh, cancels the 6B a little
that's
early.
scary.
Ooh, deep
You know what's
idea right
scarier
there.
than walk back 5B? Walk forward 5B. But DGF was ready.
Yeah,
It's
air
the
Masenga.
Masenga.
Ooh, blocks of JTP. So does he? He doesn't have to do that. So this is very awkward because...
Adroth with 100 meter on deck though. He can OD in DP.
Yes, I think he has to OD at some point.
Ooh, jumps out of the grab, and then this is.
No,
Oh, I think he dropped super there.
Yeah,
Oh.
Goodness gracious. Okay, no RC. Okay, calls it out properly. Okay.
Slow motion 6B, but it doesn't affect the outcome.
Thankfully, we're not playing Tekken, but definitely a tense moment right there.
All right.
Oh,
Round start 6B. Ooh, anti-air on the ground.
Kind of looked at it and said, "Oh, that was me." Early burst right there, so gonna be sealed off for the rest of the game. Oh, it doesn't have the meter to convert off 6C.
That's unfortunate. Terumi +3 there with the barrier.
RC? Oh my goodness.
Whoa, is that on purpose?
I
Or
have
is that...
no idea, but it worked out well, and it
Oh,
looked
just 2C,
Oh,
2C.
goodness, yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta do it to him, man.
I think I've seen more ground hit 2Cs than air hit 2Cs this
Yeah, I think so,
It's
yeah.
actually kind of fun in that sense. DP unlocked also. I feel like it's not DP, so for some reason off.
Also, Terumi does have one of the few DPs that Susan can't hit stop OS with his 5A.
Yeah, 3-frame startup, so it's extremely fast. That was a bold 6B for like active flow to Terumi right there.
Yeah.
Didn't have the meter to
Oh,
DP.
kicking him.
Backs up.
Trying to go for these sword starts.
Oh.
Oh, Commander, that is really far away.
Yeah, it's very far reach for like, especially given how slow it is.
Backs off.
Backs
Probably
up.
trying to beat DP there.
Yep. Ooh, good ID back. ID forward. Ooh, just out of range for the 2C RC. Yep.
Pull him in. Ooh, hits him low. Trying to jump out, I think.
Alright, what's the mix? Oh, opted to jump in. I think he either wanted to bait out or I think he just wanted to be out. Just wanted to see what was going on. RC early? Yep.
Now Terumi out of meter though.
Ooh.
2C. Low profiling the 6A.
Charged crush trigger right there.
Yeah, that means we're gonna get Grand Viper and take him to the corner.
OD is on deck for both characters actually.
Yeah.
Oh my, no text, no text. Oh, I thought he was gonna throw burst.
Got him, and he's
Oh!
Adroth's so good with these OD confirms. He's really good at just being like getting a straight hit and instantly going into OD and killing his opponent.
You mean DGF? Or,
did
did you
they
just see
go?
him? Did you just see him kick him off the screen?
Get out of here!
Get out!
I don't need the fit.
I don't need the fit. I'm just nice with or without.
The hoodie's enough.
Yes. So yeah. Oh my goodness, that was a little rough. I'm not sure whether he wanted to. I think that situation is awkward for Susan to deal with. Unless you decide to, like, jump back JC, I think, and wait for the tech. But it looked like DGF was so willing to just not tech that it's very hard to let
Not teching is very good. I love not teching. Me and the homies never tech.
We never tech.
And he doesn't tech.
I never get caught. I never get caught teching on the street.
You never see me teching. You can blue beat me all day.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, honestly, I feel like in that situation, like, in all seriousness, yeah, it's pretty strong because you force your opponent to, like...
You can put your opponent in weird situations and then
Yes.
scramble them out, which can be very strong for a lot of characters.
So I think, honestly, what you do there on offense, I think a good option is legitimate to just 5A, and then you just wait for something.
Yeah, you can force them into the no-tech window and red beat them.
Yes. So you can definitely, you would catch rolls, and then they would just, red beat. I think is also a good option. Or you just wait for, like, the tech forward, or you just wait for a tech if they, like, tech in the air. And because you're Susan, you jump back JP, you jump back JC, and it covers a really good range, I think, for that situation.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
The dash up is a little awkward, but you can preemptively 5B also to, like, put a button in that space.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a strong option. Round start 6B.
Oh my goodness, yes.
But DGF ready for it.
You gotta let him know, but unfortunately DGF was made aware.
Oh, hits him with the overhead, but there's no meter to confirm, so it's not as scary.
Oh, holds the 2D. Yeah, I hate to see.
Rapid into command grab.
Yeah, gets meter back.
Yeah,
gets a lot of meter back anyway.
That's mostly what that command grab does. It doesn't do a lot of damage.
Yeah. But it's really, really good for meter gain, honestly.
Guard crush, so we're gonna get Grand Viper.
Yep, and go to the corner.
Damn, got him.
Unlocks DP. Oh my god.
Just smacks him.
Boss walks up for the 6.
You're gonna crouch.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow, okay, I did not expect that Grand Viper to connect that way. Okay. Yep, just
Alright,
going for the meanies.
That was bold because, like I said, Terumi has the one DP that you can't hit stop OS.
Yeah.
Or not the one, but one of.
One of, yeah. I think that was a really good option there from Adroth because I think, to an extent, you got to show them, I'm willing to just press buttons on this.
Yeah, so. Hey, if you want to block, I'm going to hit you.
He's like, cool, you want to EA me, I guess? All right, I don't care. But yeah, I think it definitely makes OD a little more awkward for DGF.
Ooh, great counterpoke 5A, the footsies.
He's had so many good counterpoke 5As like throughout this entire tournament.
Yeah, he's got a good 5A.
I mean, yeah, it's very good.
Ooh, catches him low. That was bold because he had no meter to rapid that.
That might have been a jump attempt, I think.
Yeah, I mean, catches him low there. I mean, like, yeah, I guess what else are you going to watch out for?
Is this death? This is death.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
blue beat, but it doesn't matter.
Boston blue beat for a reason.
Is it really Boston blue beat without it? But with that, Adroth times it up 1-1. I didn't even do the noise. I was too busy talking about him winning. I'm making that blah.
Oh my god. But yeah, that was a really good showing from both players, and it's not even that.
Yeah. We're at 1-1. It's going to continue to be a good showing from both players.
Yes, I hope it continues to be a good showing.
Adroth just phones and he's like, I'm done. They said I was going to have a good showing. I'll show them. I'm going to throw.
One of them just dies instantly.
Watch me drop this Astral on Arakune. Let me be a little tux.
I've never dropped an Astral.
Oh, I said it's Arakune. You definitely haven't dropped an Arakune Astral.
Yes, that is a fact. Spooky, we love you, and we also love to make fun of you.
Yeah, I love you, Spooky, but damn, man, you could have been here.
Would have been a team kill by now, actually.
Huh?
Would have been a team kill by now. No, wouldn't have been.
No, he would have made it out on the winner's side. ScienceCat made it on the loser's.
Yeah.
ScienceCat team killed him to get out. They wouldn't have had to do that.
Oh, yeah.
We could have had 2 boys out from it.
Unfortunately.
No, that confirms super hard. Arakune Astral is like not easy, and he tried to clutch out a hard confirm, and sometimes you just can't make it. So.
Yeah, it's just the way.
No actual shade, fake shade.
Fake shade.
Yeah,
Well,
like a plastic palm tree.
Yeah, but regardless, this set has been super fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's been like a really interesting neutral interactions, and I think the way how each players deal with their offense is like a really, really big aspect.
Yeah, the layering is really the treat that you get watching high-level players, because we know what these characters do, but seeing how people actually utilize that is what we're here for.
Yeah, there's a lot of tricks available. Okay, just backs up. Ooh, great 5A once again.
And gets the JB.
Yep, that's some good seals. Hits that Grand Viper. Adroth loves Grand Viper and level 2.
As he should. It's one of the better Susan specials. It really lets you just confirm off of anything.
Yep. Oh, got orb. Yep.
Goes
so
back in.
That means he can make his pressure a lot safer because he can bait. Oh my god.
Double orb.
I don't think I've seen him do that.
That
before.
was gross.
Oh my god.
He's ready.
Wow. Yeah. So orb in general for Susanoo is such a good pressure tool. It may be very minus, but it's oh my goodness. Actually, never mind. He's just dead. Let's just not talk about it. It's the next round, right?
Adroth was like, all I need is orb.
He was like, oh, you want me to win? Give me a quick sec.
Orb is the best Susan special. I'ma just B+.
I think, well, it's not even plus. It's just the fact that it pushes him out at such a good range.
I don't know, man. He looked pretty. He might be minus, but he was plus.
He was right, but he was wrong.
He's like, yeah, we're going for orb.
He's like, dude, that was so good.
You can't do, why would I go for not orb?
Yeah, orb again. Still,
oh, wow,
safe.
that anti-air 5A.
Yeah, that was awkward to confirm off of backdashes the 2D. That's really good there.
Gotta get into orb range.
My goodness. Oh, RC? Okay, finally. I keep calling RC on 6Es and I'm wrong.
Oh, okay.
Alright, what's the mix here? I think he just does 2D.
Yeah, this is block.
At some point. Yep. Oh, sorry. Right, you're wrong.
Alright, let's see. Wake up, block. That looks like an overhead, but it's not.
Yeah.
Terumi's got a lot of those.
Yeah. I think the counter...
Oh! That was some counter poking.
Oh, that's such a cool confirm with the 5A there. Okay.
Wow, I got sword, yeah, and now he's got ball.
Oh,
yeah,
DP. Gotta let him know.
Not too scary, though. I don't think he can kill off of this. Yep. He doesn't get OD back just yet. And Adroth has it, so if Adroth gets a good OD, he probably wins this round.
Now he has OD, and he has sword. Okay.
Alright. Good patience from Adroth. Alright, let's see.
I'm waiting to see the OD popped. Oh, I think he's super nervous. He does not want to get blown up by Terumi.
Yeah, he's just keeping it really safe.
So patient with these 5A, 6B plus.
Oh, this is so tense.
Oh my god. Opted for the 3C. Orb. Ooh, orb again.
Orb again. Orbs.
Oh my goodness. I think that's okay. Yeah, pops.
He did. Oh, no respect.
That's death.
If he had just waited, he could have had that. Because he had OD raid, so there was no punish there for sure.
Yeah, I feel like this was like a weird reverse crack situation where DGF was just like, I'm going to OD at some point. You want to bust something out for me that I can open up? Oh!
That being said, Adroth gets to keep his in this round now.
Yep.
And DGF does not have his early on.
Oh my goodness, that was such a shout for JC. That was like a tip box. Ooh, forces him to block a JC in here. That's super rough.
Good block and then punish on the overhead.
Yeah, awkward confirm there. Ooh, good throw tech.
Oh, called him out for the 6A.
Goodness.
Good blocks. Oh, catches him jumping out.
Yeah.
Blocking.
Oh my, blocked the instant overhead? Oh my goodness, I got hit.
Yeah, that was nice.
Oh,
OD,
OD.
Oh,
yes, and he baited it.
Oh, big damage. This is gonna hurt.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
But he side swapped though. I think he needed just more time in order to go into Grand Viper and then continue.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, baited the 6.
Oh,
another
6B air hit. This is big damage again.
Up.
Wheel.
Oh my goodness.
Is this gonna kill?
No.
Oh no, that was gonna kill.
Actually, yeah, I'm just capping. I think that's very logical to just
I think if he had gone 5D super and cut it a little bit short, he might have been able to, but that's a big counter hit for Terumi. Gonna get 100 meter off of this guaranteed. Might even spend some for some more damage.
So nervous.
Opts not to. Oh, catches him. He's dead. I think he might be dead.
Oh, he might be dead.
No, wait. He's Susan health. Susan health.
Barely.
I think he's looking. Yeah.
Oh
no, he's
no!
not. Oh, DGF clutching it out.
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh man, I thought that man was alive, but DGF knew better than me.
Yes, I honestly thought I was gonna be like, oh, okay. I was literally planning out, thinking of like, okay, he's gonna wake up OD.
I was like, yeah, wake up OD, right? That's what you do.
Yeah. So now we have Terumi versus Susanoo for our losers finals.
Yeah, everyone there was thinking, man,
or losers semis,
Yeah, it's gonna be DGF and Icecool for losers semis, and then Jukin and 1-star on
for winners finals.
Yep.
Yes.
So winner of this next match is guaranteed money.
Yes.
They get in the money for free.
Yeah.
Well, not for free, well, yeah, for free. Free tournament. You didn't have to pay to enter this.
Well, you put in your time.
Yeah. That's my time playing BlazBlue. I was gonna do that anyway.
I make back my time in rounds. Okay, yes. So we'll be running through the loser semis first.
Yeah.
This is gonna be crazy. Oh my gosh. Yes. Actually, wait. Now that I think about it, the loser of this goes to
top 3.
So the winner goes to top 3. Yeah. And loser goes home.
Well, I mean, we're all at home.
Loser sits in their home.
Loser turns off the console.
Loser sits in their home a little sad.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the feeling of losing a tournament on netplay is so.
It's so much worse because when you lose in real life, you got the homies there, and
yes.
you're like, "Damn, that sucked." And you need to go be sat outside the venue with the homies that also went 0-2.
And when you lose in netplay, you just sit in your bed.
You go talk to your cat or something. Yeah, you're like, "Today was a bad day.
Oh my
fucking Terumi killed me for 5.7."
Honestly, speaking of. This isn't too TMI, but I remember Icecool beating me at Anim Evo, she took the East Coast. I forget if it was the PC.
He took PC first place. Yes. And then he took top 8 in PSN.
Where I remember he beat me and I was going through it. Because I think we were on call. And we were actually not. But that's besides the point. This matchup is going to be crazy. I think this is going to be a really fun iteration on what we've already seen before.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
Yeah.
Icecool and Adroth are pretty different players. I feel like if you showed me, like, they both play generic Susan colors, and they, like, mirrored, I could tell you who was who by the end of the set.
I think that's fair to say. And I'm really curious to see what DGF does, because he's pretty much warmed up on Susanoo. But obviously he's got to reset his layers to compensate for Icecool's different options.
And unlike Adroth, Icecool also plays this character, so has a little bit more character knowledge than Adroth might.
Yeah.
Go in. He's just hitting them buttons. They're good. They're plus.
Yeah, lots of IBs coming in here, but unable to do much out of it. Yeah, just honestly opting to just keep his turn up.
Terumi just building the meter. Oh
my goodness.
He's like, yeah, you want to keep doing it? That's some conditioning.
Yes. Gets the Grand Viper early, and this is pretty.
Yeah, gets CP as well.
Yep, just trying to go for the meaty 5-8. Doesn't want to deal with whatever.
He's just running. He's like, yeah, you want to block? You can block.
And I think part of it that we didn't really talk about, because I'm just going to talk while this 6B sequence happened.
Okay, never mind. I love this from Icecool, where he's just like, yeah, you aren't going to do anything? I'll make you wait for a really long time.
Oh, DPRC. Oh, wow.
Is this going to? No.
Wheel 5A. Oh, wait, no. Doesn't get that hit. Blocks the Masenga. Oh, nice IB on the second hit there.
Yeah.
Oh, DP.
Yeah, that tackle DP is pretty rude.
That was not kind.
Yeah.
I think he got the IB there, which made it especially harder, because you can punish, I believe, on the IB tackle.
I love the way Icecool's approaching offense series. Holding the now he's matching. He holds a gun to DGF's head and goes, "Do it! I fucking dare you, do it!"
6B bang, 6B bang, 6B bang. Oh, gee.
I'm plus.
Wait.
I'm plus. I'm plus. Overhead.
Like honestly. Oh, 2C
tries to anti-air. Doesn't get to confirm though.
Super rough. 2C, great range, but that head involve definitely is a bit late at 10 frames. Ooh, hits him
catches
low.
him low. That was good. And then he's gonna die here.
Pops the OD?
No, breaks the burst.
I don't think he realized that.
All right, let's see.
G2D.
Right into the corner. What are we doing? We're blocking. Icecool, not quite as pacing as DGF. Ooh, going for the ball. Icecool watched the last set. He was like, "Yo, ball's kind of fire."
He's like, "Yo, wait a minute. I can just warp. Ball. Okay, bad." Oh my.
Anyway, I can't say again. I really like that he was just like, "Oh, are you not going to challenge any of my Susan options? I'm just going to keep it safe every time."
Yeah, he was just kind of like, I can't count the amount of times on my hands that like he just did 6B in one block.
Yeah, he did 5B, 6B, 2A, which is without meter, Terumi doesn't have an option to beat.
Yeah, he could IBB it in order to just back him up.
You actually, okay, so that'll work against the 2A, but if you IB, there is not a range that you can IBB Susan 6B where 5B will not hit after. So he just gets to do 5B, 6B, 5B, 6B at that point, because I don't think Terumi can contest that spacing.
I think it's interesting to see if we get to that point. I want to see that response.
Also, then you get your barrier beat the shit out of. That was something that I think Icecool was challenging too. Is by using the guard crush the one time, he forced DGF to start committing to barrier, and his barrier drained so fast.
Yeah, for sure.
He was down to half barrier after like 2 reps.
Yeah, 2 reps.
Yeah,
it's like it's a
5B, 6B.
Like it's a loop.
Yeah, it is. He looped it.
Basically.
5B, 6B, 2A, 5B, 6B, 2A.
Man, I'd be so tight if I were Adroth watching and be like, what?
Damn, all I had to do was hit the 3 good buttons.
I'd be like, are you kidding me?
Adroth getting out fancy with here with ball. Icecool's like, I don't know.
He's like,
5B, 6B, 2A.
God, it's going to be stuck in my head like a mantra. Okay, anyways. I'm expecting just a...
5B. Yeah, I was ready.
The beginning.
Blocks. Ooh, gets anti-air.
Oh my, I thought that was throw. Oh, wow, that was such a
great
good
IB.
Jumps over the EA.
That was kind of cute.
I think he might get the meter to his... No, he doesn't sideswipe. Just decides to take the damage.
Gets his turn started. Great IBs from Icecool.
Yep. Recognizes that DGF really likes to go for the early RCs on 6C. I feel like it's just like a conditioning thing from most Terumis that they only RC the last hit.
Catches a mash after the roll here. DGF not having to play defense, so he's looking really good right now.
Taking him to the corner.
Oh, command grab him.
RC? Nope.
No, he got the meter for that from the command grab, so if he RCs it, it's going to make his damage really bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it works the same way as Tsubaki one.
Oh, prorates
where like it prorates the combo like abysmally bad. Like, you won't, so, and you can't like wait to get the meter to do anything with it.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, 6B.
Oh,
Is he again?
Oh, 6C. ODs, he was ready this time.
Oh my goodness. I think I've seen so many players like OD specifically on 6C.
Yeah, I mean that's the point where you have to do it because 6C is like basically plus unblock.
Yeah. Oh, 6B.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, Icecool opting for different pressure sequences at the moment.
I want to see more 5B, 6B, 2A. I'm going to be real. I guess it's scarier now that Terumi has Masenga available.
Yeah,
speaking of...
Oh, that was actually super saucy how he did the cross under there. To go for 5B.
DGF turning it up.
I think he's hit every single one.
Yeah, his Masengas have been really good.
Well, I meant the command grab. Masenga's have been good too. with like clueless anything.
Terumi command grab is pretty strong. It's just like not one of the things. Oh no, he ODing denied him a punish there. That's really unfortunate.
Oh, gets a hit pick up with the 2A.
Yep, wheel.
Oh, that was
what?
I have never.
Oh, this man's dead.
That's rough. And into whatever he wants.
Yep. Yeah, that was really unfortunate.
That's actually tragic.
Great OD from DGF. Also, I do want to say I really like that Icecool OD'd, saw that the grab was in riff recovery, and realized that he couldn't punish it, and instead opted to just take some space.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those things where like. That's one of those things that sets higher level players apart from some mid level players, is they'll see the situation and try to go for a punish anyway when they can't. And DGF just opted to like take some space and get what advantage he can from the situation after he recognized that it wasn't what he wanted, was really strong.
Yeah, as a mid level player, I will admit that I sometimes end up going for fatals where like even a simple punish would have sufficed.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think on Susanoo especially, the reward is so big off of these fatals. So that requires a lot of like understanding of just, let me take it cool, and I respect this opponent, and I know that they're going to end up blocking, and they're not just going to give up.
Yes. There's also, like, there's this thing where you do something and you don't get what you want, and you're like, oh, but I wanted, I fucked up. It's like the, where you make a mistake and you keep playing into the mistake.
Until you, like...
Because you don't want it to be the mistake anymore. So I think that's, like, a good adjustment, where you make the mistake, realize that you make the mistake, and then make the best play that you can moving forward.
Yeah, I think that's really, really strong play in general.
That's something you see a lot more in, like, card games. We talk about that a lot.
Yes, and some, like, the advantage you are able to, like, gather.
Yeah, well, mostly, like, if you misplay, that sometimes you just don't keep committing. You have to accept that you made the misplay and then play with that mindset.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense, especially with, like, Susanoo in particular, who can, be polarizing.
Yes, very polarized.
So let's see.
Ooh, nice.
Calls out the 2D.
Yep.
I think he's...
Ooh, wow! That was a really good counter poke with that.
Ooh, I agree with this OD 100%.
Yeah,
take him to the
get
corner.
a good route here. And then we're going to get, Grand Viper. Unlocking all of our good stuff.
Ooh, see, there it is right
there.
there.
There's the adjustment.
Yeah.
And then, ooh, that JD was pretty nice, too. I want to see some more 5B6B2A, though. That'd be nice. Not because I think it's good at this point.
At this point,
it's 5B5C, he was like, I dare you.
Wow, that Rising J was, like, actually nuts how it autocorrected. That was definitely, like, clean. Oh, good IB on the 6B.
Oh, IAD's out of the JD. This is gonna... Oh, yeah.
I don't think that would have killed.
Yeah, I mean, even if it does, I don't think I agree with that burst.
Yeah, I'm not...
Sometimes you just gotta save it for the next round, man.
I mean, either way, decision's made.
I'm gonna say that, and GG's gonna win this round.
Yeah, I swear. Oh, okay, yeah. I think he wanted to really threaten the idea of, like, an IAD, like, J2D there or something.
Yeah.
Oh, base
the
GP. Gets the pickup. Swamp.
Icecool
crush
with
trigger.
his burst back. That's a lot. That's very scary.
Oh my goodness. Jumped up
gets
right with him.
above the JA. That's actually pretty hard to do.
RC, yep. Keeps himself plus. 5C. I think he's trying to do that to... I don't think that becomes... Oh my goodness. That didn't confirm RC? Yeah. Oh my god.
That was dirty.
Okay.
DGF not going for a punish. Probably scared of a second rapid, honestly.
Yeah.
Just choosing to disengage, I think, is smart.
Oh, that was run up 6B.
Oh, wow.
DGF has been super... Oh my goodness.
Maybe this burst was good.
Maybe so. Oh, I tried to get him with the 6A.
Icecool with almost every single unlock available, only missing orb, though.
Yes.
You don't see that on Susan very much. Usually the round's over.
Yeah, especially on Terumi, who's not, like, a particularly high health character.
Yeah, I think he's got, like, 11k. He's got, like, average.
Yeah.
He's not a fatty. Susan, though.
Not a big
girth.
boy. Your verbiage is terrible.
Oh, no, my verbiage is intentional.
Oh!
It doesn't quite get it. That's hard to OD2.
Oh, God press! Take the court.
Oh,
my
man.
God.
That was bold.
Yeah, that was super bold. That's
He didn't even have God Press, so honestly, that's like the best one. Yep, 5B, 6B. So we saw the barrier there, and then he just opted for 5B, 6B, 5B again. Great anti-air. This is looking good for Icecool. He's in active flow. DGF is locked out of burst for the round. DGF or Icecool on set point right now, right? If I remember correctly.
I believe DGF is up.
Oh, okay. Is it 1-0?
I think so. It's 1-0 DGF.
It's 1-1. Okay, it's 1-1.
Yeah. This is why we have good streamers. Anyway, okay, opts to get the seal there. Ooh,
good JA, but that was kind of
awkward.
6B fatal. That is it. Icecool moves on to top 3, guaranteed money.
Yes.
So he's going to be fighting the loser of 1-Star and Jiyukin, who are going to be on stream next.
Yes.
That was a hell of a round. Honestly, the Snake slugged it out.
Yes.
We had exclusively Snake team kills.
Yes.